Hey everyone, it's Jenny from Southern Savers. Glad to have you guys join me tonight. We are gonna chat about pretty much whatever you want to. But the plan to start us off was warehouse stores versus grocery stores, which is a very common question that I get a lot in email or even from when we do live workshops. So folks always have already a warehouse membership and you want to get the most out of it, or you're pondering a warehouse membership. Should you get it? Does it save you any money? So we're going to try to tackle a lot of those questions, plus whatever questions you want to add. So if this is your first time joining a Hangout, I hope you're not watching from the YouTube page because you're missing out on the live chat. So head over to Southern Savers. You should see the top post with an option to log in, and that will get you into the live chat window so that you can ask questions back and forth with me, but also with everyone else that's in the chat window. So it's kind of fun to, in a sense, have a little bit of camaraderie for an hour once a week. So we're gonna get started on warehouse versus grocery, but feel free to throw questions in, whatever questions you have, and then I'll take a break and we'll just go wherever your questions take us. First off, if you don't have a warehouse membership yet, will it save you money? Is it worth purchasing? No. So sorry if you really want to go out and join one. You cannot, I didn't tell you to do it. The main reason that most of us join a warehouse club is for bulk paper goods, bulk diapers, you know, everything that we think of. If I could get it in this really huge package, I would save money. But most of those items I'm going to get so much cheaper in a drugstore that I'm never going to be able to even, they just can't even compare. The prices are so off the charts. And to give you some examples, I guess it was actually 2 weeks ago, I did a news segment here in town to try to kind of prove this. And I took in paper towels and diapers, which are, to me, two of the biggest reasons that I would have wanted to have joined a membership club when we first started trying to coupon. I had twins, they were not even a year old, and paying for diapers was half of our grocery budget, or it felt like it was. So I'm wanting to join Sam's so that we can get those massive packs of diapers. Well, step back for a second. CVS 2 weeks ago, great Huggies deal. This week, or I guess it was last week, these weeks go by really fast. This week, Pampers deal. I can get diapers as low as 6 cents a diaper, if not possibly lower, because you're paying with extra care bucks that you already have. 6 cents a diaper in CVS if you walked in and had no extra care bucks. That's still what it would come down to. Or I could go into Sam's and pay almost 3 times that much per diaper. There's no savings there. And we're talking name brands. This is Huggies or Pampers. So if you haven't ventured into the drugstores, you need to try it. It will not hurt you. If you're in diaper land, Pampers this week, they come out to about $3.50 a pack after coupons. That's an incredible price for Pampers diapers. Huggies will usually get around that price too when Huggies goes on sale. So it's not just Pampers that we see hit this mark. It's just this week we see that. Now let's take paper towels. To compare paper towels or anything really in the warehouse club, I have to take it down to the ounce or the sheet. So when we go to paper towels, I have to compare apples and apples. I had gotten Bounty with the really good Target household deal last week, which was a $10 off $40 purchase of any household cleaning supplies that were participating. And it was a long list of participating items. We grabbed Bounty paper towels. Well, if I go to compare that to the warehouse, first off, Sam's, which is the warehouse club in our area, sells Bounty, but they sell it in a warehouse club roll size. So I can't do it by the roll, really. I have to do it down to the sheet. And to compare the Target size Bounty sheet to the Sam's Club sheet, I got to make sure I have the right size sheet. So I compared the Selecta size, which is the same size sheet no matter what kind of roll it's coming on. Then tried to kind of figure out what a per roll price would be if I was looking at the exact same size roll. So we're talking a lot of math here. But what it came out to, long story short, Target price, 67 cents a roll. Sam's Club price, $1.17 a roll. if I was making the same size roll by the number of sheets. That's a huge difference. And Target, I don't have to pay to be a member. Sam's, I do. So I can't always think of bulk and think, wow, I'm magically saving a ton of money, because I'm not. Are there some things that you'll save on? Yes. Is it worth the membership? Probably not. So to go to the side of things where you will save, because that's where a lot of folks who are just diehard warehouse people, you like want to jump up in the corner and be like, but you've got to get this. So Costco, first off, if we're going to head to Costco, we don't have one in our area. Costco's has really great organic products. They're known for their organic lines, and they're known for their prices on their organic lines. It's much better than the prices in a grocery store. So if you're shopping organic, Costco possibly can be a savings for you for those products. So eggs, milk, cheese, some of the bare bones basic items that you need, they have a very good line of them. So that's an option if you're an organic shopper. BJ's, as Brian just pointed out as well in the chat, BJ's does allow you to use manufacturer's coupons. So we actually cover BJ's on Southern Savers, a little gap where the person that was helping me cover it had to back down and we were waiting for someone new, but we are now officially covering it again on a very regular basis. And you'll notice in that there are moments where it'll say use 3 manufacturer coupons and 1 store coupon. And that's because if I go in, let's see, I always have something random next to me. So today I have lipstick next to me. If I went into BJ's and I bought this Revlon lipstick, it's going to come in a package of 3 lipsticks, let's say, just as an example. As long as there are 3 individual barcodes, there are 3 individual products, even if they're wrapped together, BJ's will let you use a manufacturer's coupon for each one of them in the package. So this can make for very good deals. If I had a store BJ's coupon for Revlon Cosmetics, there isn't one right now, but if you did, I could use 1 store coupon on the 3-pack and 3 manufacturer coupons on the 3-pack. It's definitely going to bring the price down. Now, back to my drugstore moment though, odds are I paid nothing for this. I don't ever pay anything for cosmetics. So BJ still can't necessarily beat CVS with CVS deals and extra care bucks, but it can make for some very good deals pairing manufacturer's coupons with the store coupons. The plus side for BJ's too is that we very regularly see deals on Groupon and Living Social to help pay for those memberships. And usually the membership comes down to maybe costing about $5 after all of the perks and the discount of Living Social and Groupon. So if you're looking at joining BJ's, I would really just grab the coupon for a free 60-day trial membership and wait that out until you see the next deal on Living Social and Groupon. And there was one last week, so it'll probably be maybe next month until we see another deal, but we do see them really, really frequently. So Jody's asking, you get a manufacturer's coupon, which is, it depends on your abbreviation, but most of us would say MQ or MFR for manufacturer. I get 1 manufacturer's coupon per product, even in a multi-pack. 1 store coupon for the whole multi-pack, depending on what the store was going to put in that pack. So if there's a 3-pack and your coupon called for a 3-pack, you can use 1 store coupon. So that's the difference between the two. If I had to rank them, BJ's and Costco are neck and neck, but if you aren't an organic shopper, BJ's is going to win because they take manufacturer's coupons. Costco only wins for the organic factor, and Sam's actually never wins. Sorry if that's all that you have. Sam's is like Walmart. They have the same prices as Walmart, the same kind of deals, so I'm not really going to save a ton to be in there. The only exception for Sam's and for any of these clubs can be prescription eyeglasses and pharmacy meds. Is it worth the membership there? Possibly not, but just to point those out. So if I'm headed in, they have very good like eye appointment prices, and the cost to getting your prescriptions filled can be very good as well. So might be something to look at if you wanted or needed those items. But most products I am going to get cheaper in the grocery store or in the drugstore. So I've given you drugstore examples between diapers and toilet paper and even cosmetics. But just to give you a couple drugstore examples, Hunt's canned tomatoes. About 3 weeks ago at Publix, part of the Viva Italia sale, you could get the big 28 ounce, a massive can, 28 ounce of canned tomatoes, came down to about 51 cents a can after coupons and after a buy one get one sale in Publix. 51 cents a can, 28 ounces. I could go into Sam's, I could get a 6-pack of those 28 ounce cans. I'm gonna actually owe over $7 for that. That's just their regular price for 6 28 ounce cans of Hunt's tomatoes. Or I'm gonna get 6 in Publix on sale at 51 cents a can, and I'm gonna pay $3. So when we're talking grocery store sales and coupons, we just beat one product by $4 to be in the grocery store versus in the warehouse club. So not the route to go either. Our goal in terms of saving the most on groceries is timing. It's buying the item at the right time and stocking up on it. So it's the same concept as the warehouse. I went in and I got 6 of them. Either store, I may have gotten more actually at Publix. Same concept, but I'm really gonna not buy it based on need, not buy it based on I have no tomatoes and I need them right now, more saying, wow, tomatoes are an incredible price. This is an amazing week to grab them, and stocking up on them then versus the warehouse side where you walk into the warehouse and you just start loading your buggy with everything that you can think of because you're in there and you feel like you need to maximize your time while you're in there, and then all of a sudden you go to check out and you owe hundreds of dollars because it all adds up very quickly as you're checking out. So just to kind of compare those two together. The last thing about warehouse clubs that I was gonna hit on, so you guys can definitely start throwing in other questions, was meat. So folks always ask in workshops, what about saving on chicken and buying bulk from warehouse clubs, which they will allow you to do. In Sam's, I can actually walk in and buy a case of chicken. I don't have to buy the packaged chicken that's at the butcher section. I can actually tell them, no, I want the whole case. They'll do that and they'll give you a case price. It's the same price per pound as what was in the smaller packages. But just to point this out, it's not a deal over grocery store sales or over buying in bulk from another source. So it's the same price. Say I can get chicken for $1.99 a pound at Sam's. I can get chicken for $1.99 a pound at Publix when it's on sale. Yes, I can buy it in bulk in Sam's. The problem is, again, the membership fee. I've saved nothing. I got the sale price, and that's the everyday price at Sam's versus waiting for the sale at Publix. But I had to pay to be a member to do that. In my neck of the woods, I don't know if anyone else has this. I've mentioned it before, and I'll put it in chat. But we have a US Foods chef store. And a US Foods chef store, just so you can see its name, is really a restaurant supply store. There are lots of restaurant supply stores all over the Southeast. Another one is Gordon Food Service. Depending on where you live, Gordon Food Service I know is out in the Nashville area. So if you can find some of these, shopping bulk meat from these restaurant supply stores, which do not require you to own a restaurant. Anybody can shop there. I can get boneless, skinless chicken breasts there for as low as $1.79 a pound. I've beaten the Sam's Club price and I didn't have to pay a membership at all. So don't always think that the warehouse club is saving you money. Even on meat, there's possibly a better way to do it and to save more than the warehouse club would have given you in the first place. Brian says, I love the Costco seafood roadshow they have on Friday and Saturday, and they do have high quality meats. So yes, Costco is known, if anything, known for quality. And meats can be a deal, but I'd still push you, Brian, to even check locally and see from a local butcher, a local seafood store even, can we beat the prices that they have. So a local butcher, if you try there, you can actually get like a whole cow or a half a cow. I wouldn't really recommend a whole cow, but a half a cow. The butcher will process it. You'll pick it up, vacuum sealed, hopefully, if you ask them to do that, ready to go. You just slide it into your freezer. You're going to pay a flat price per pound for that beef. It's never going to touch the price that you would have paid in the grocery store because it's just so much cheaper to do it that way. So I would encourage you to check it out at least. So let's go. Sarah Grace has a question. Is it worth the 30-minute drive to a CVS, or am I okay with Kroger and Walgreens? Sarah Grace, I would say if you've got a Walgreens near you, to probably just stick with the Walgreens. A 30-minute drive is pretty far. However, if it's somewhere that you are at least traveling maybe every other week, I might try it. CVS isn't, or really, I guess not just CVS, but drugstores in general aren't necessarily something that you have to do every single week. There's a ton of stuff in there that's free. If you go every single week and you got all the deals, you're gonna be so overloaded with free toothpaste and free toothbrushes and everything else that you're gonna go crazy. So even on an every other week or possibly every 3-week basis is plenty. If the CVS still isn't within, it's just not somewhere you ever go, I would just make Walgreens work. The problem with Walgreens, they do have they have similar deals, but their system is just a lot more quirky. So you're gonna go in, you're gonna be all ready to get the deal, and it's not gonna print. Or you accidentally used a coupon and that negated whatever you were supposed to get, and you're just stuck being frustrated a lot more frequently than you will be in CVS. So that's kind of why I steer people to CVS first, but Walgreens does have deals, so I would start there and learn their programs and see if that's enough for you before you start driving really, really far. So Brady says, our Kroger and Target's marked down cuts of beef, but I'm almost never in the stores early enough to grab the good deals to freeze them. We're saving to buy half a cow with a family, but in the meantime, needing to buy a lot of meat. What's the best way to do this? So Brady, while you're saving for the half cow, because it's definitely, you've got to be able to pay that in a chunk. It's definitely not something that a lot of us can just walk in and be like, yeah, let's do this tomorrow. We've got to think about it. Brady, from what I remember, you're in the Nashville area. If you're the same Brady, which I would assume you are, I would probably go with Gordon, I think it's Gordon Food Service, which is in that neck of the woods, and they do sell bulk meat, and just seeing what they offer if you can drive into one. And I think there are 3 or 4 around the general Nashville area. So heading in, seeing what they're offering, seeing what their prices are. You don't have to be a member. You don't have to even show that you own a restaurant. You just walk in the door and you shop like a normal person shopping. So just seeing what's available. Another option for bulk meat is Zacon Foods. And I'll put in their URL. So Zacon Foods, they sell bulk chicken, bulk ground beef, bulk bacon, if you need a ton of bacon. And their prices are very reasonable compared to store prices, almost the same. So we just grabbed 40 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breasts from there. It was $1.99 a pound, I think, was their most recent chicken sale. They also do ground beef. The ground beef seems high, but then you need to also look at what it is. So usually when they do ground beef, they do, it's like 97% lean, I want to say. I'm looking at it, might be 93%. I don't want to tell you a lie. So let's see, we have, 93% lean ground beef, and they sell it for $4.49 a pound. 93% is super lean in terms of ground beef. If you tried to buy 93% lean in the grocery store, it's probably going to be about $5.99 a pound. So $4.49 a pound is a very good price for 93% lean ground beef. Keep in mind, you can't really use that, or you shouldn't really use that for hamburgers. It's much better when it has a little bit of fat in it. It's not going to hurt you too much, I promise. But that Zaycon can be a good one for buying those bulk meats. And I don't know that they have a current chicken sale because they just did chicken deliveries, but you can find a lot of other things that are there. And they have drop sites that are all over the Southeast. So you kind of pull up your city, search by zip code, see what sales are near you, and then see what's available. But the chicken sale and the ground beef sale are two that we've grabbed on a pretty regular basis. Okay, so Brady, that's what I would do. I would start there, start with Gordon Food Service, start with Zaycon, see if that works. Another one would be, you know, when I see Publix or Kroger put boneless, skinless chicken breasts on sale, that we go crazy and we buy a lot when it's on sale in the grocery store, so that we're getting that best price as low as we possibly can. Kroger also tends to mark down their meat on one particular day. So I know you can't get there early enough, but at least find out what that day is. In my area, it's Mondays. So it's saying, okay, well, maybe Monday morning I do wake up early and I head there before we go anywhere else, just to see what we can grab. But it's just talking to your meat manager and figuring out what is available, what days they're going to do things. Okay, CVS question from Lucas. At CVS, if the deal is buy two, get one, and the item is $8.99 plus an extra care buck when you spend $20. If you only buy three, totaling $17.98, will the extra care buck still print? No, let's see. You've got to at least buy $19.40 on that one for the extra care buck to print, Lucas. They have a 97% rule. So as long as you're within 97% of the price that's required, or give or take, it will still print the extra care buck. Because of that, they like to get tricky and always give you prices that push you to have to buy a little bit more. It does come in handy sometimes, though, this little tiny rule. Like one example this week, Colgate Optic White is on sale, and the smallest one that's participating is $4.99. So you could go in and buy two at $4.99. You're really 2 pennies short, but the deal will still print. So I don't actually have to buy a third one. I don't actually have to hit the $10, but I do need to be within that 97% mark to hit the extra care buck printing. And on that one, to just buy three, one of them is free, I'm not actually going to hit it. So I got to get a little bit more. Sarah Grace, in terms of Walgreens, what about small filler items? I can never find one that's 10 cents, and that's what I always put in the scenario ideas. So my suggestions for you, Sarah Grace, would be to always check the clearance section. You know, we're in the middle of March, so Valentine's Day is a month out. You may not have any left in your store, but clearance Valentine's Day candy will be super cheap, especially the further that we get out. Once Easter comes in a couple of weeks, clearance Easter candy, and I don't mean bags of candy. I mean those little singles, like it's an individual egg or an individual little candy heart. Those items that are normally like 99 cents, they're going to be 10 to 12 cents. My Walgreens also has a bucket of Laffy Taffy that's right by the register. And that Laffy Taffy is 11 cents a piece. So if I needed to, I couldn't find anything in the clearance section, throwing in one piece of Laffy Taffy. Another thing to do is always check your Walgreens ad, because you will find maybe an in-ad coupon for Easter pencils, 8 for $1. Well, if I go in and I grab Easter pencils, 8 for $1, then that is going to give me pencils that are less than 10 cents, or 12 cents a piece, I guess, when you do the math out on that. But I don't have to buy all 8 of them. So I can use the in-ad coupon. I can get pencils 8 for $1, but only buy one pencil. I'm still gonna only have to pay 12 cents on it. So those are the things that I would look for. In-ad coupons, clearance candies, and then seeing if they have somewhere, it might even be on the candy aisle, just a bucket of loose candy that is sold by the unit. And hopefully that'll help you find something in the store. So Brady's getting good at CVS, getting used to it all. Ended up paying $21 out of pocket this past week for 4 packs of diapers, 3 candles, 2 packs of pads, and 2 toothpastes, and left with 15 extra care bucks. Do I need to keep shopping every week? So Brady, if it's starting to click for you, you can take a week off if you want. I kind of try to push people to shop every week for a month, because each week you're going to get better and better and better. So if this is just the first 2 weeks that you've done and you haven't hit that 3rd and 4th week, I would still push you to do a 3rd and 4th, just so that you're kind of a pro before you take a week off, but you don't have to. And honestly, in terms of the deals that are out there, I would be ready for next week to really be a low week anyway, as if not the week after. It's always hard to tell when the first falls in the middle of a week, but usually at every store, this is not just drugstores, but every store, the last shopping week of the month is low. Deals are low. There's just not that much to get that's fun, because they assume that nobody has money anymore. So it doesn't matter how good they make the deals, they can't encourage you to come out. So always expect to want to take off that last week of the month, kind of whenever you look at the ad. So it could be next week, it could be the week after, it just really depends on the store. With Easter being the first weekend in April, I kind of expect it to not be the week before Easter, but it could be. It just depends on what your stores do. But in general with CVS, I would push you to shop for 4 weeks in a row, then start to think about taking breaks. Once you've really got this down, you're really understanding it. I would definitely head to CVS this week. I went today. We left with a massive amount of stuff, paid $12 and $13.44, got $3 back from checkout 51, so $10.44, and left with a $10 extra care buck. That's a fun week. That was 4 packs of Pampers, diapers, Windex, scrubbing bubbles, Glade, 4 tubes of toothpaste. You're gonna have so much you won't know what to do with it all. So I understand wanting to take a break. I wouldn't make it this week. This is a good week, maybe next week. And then remember that extra care bucks expire in 30 days. So once you do start to take a break, never take one that's longer than a month. They will take expired coupons. I've never met a CVS that wouldn't take an expired extra care buck, but you might as well not put yourself in that boat anyway. Just get into a, we at least go once a month to keep these good and current and active. And one other question that Brady had is, will turkeys go on sale for Easter? Yes, we will see turkey, but we'll more likely see better deals on ham. Ham is just a big Easter meat. So the turkeys will be in the store, but they won't be like as incredible of a price as we saw at Thanksgiving. We don't even see turkeys that great of a price at Christmas. It's just a Thanksgiving meat, but they will be on sale. Other things that will be on sale for Easter, since you're there and we're kind of talking about it, a lot of our baking goods are already coming on sale. So for the next few weeks, we'll see flour, sugar, a lot of your bake from scratch items. It's a great time to grab them and stock up on them, because we won't see another baking good bubble of deals until you'll see a tiny one around July 4th, and then you'll see another bubble of deals in Thanksgiving time in the fall. But it's a long stretch for all of those. So anything that you want Easter baking wise, grab it in these next few weeks. Grab your ham definitely in the next few weeks, because the next ham sale is not until Thanksgiving. And even at Thanksgiving, we see better prices on turkey than we do on ham. Ham is an Easter Christmas, so just be ready for that one. Since Kroger now owns Harris Teeter, will they ever accept Harris Teeter store coupons or price match Harris Teeter ads? I'm always torn if the extra 20-minute drive is worth it to shop at a Harris Teeter over a Kroger. So no, Kroger is not ever going to accept Harris Teeter store coupons or price match their ads. They don't do this for any of the subsidiaries that they own. If anything, you're gonna start to see Harris Teeter ads mimic Kroger ads. So Kroger owns a ton of other stores, 29 to be exact. And most of the time, those stores run almost identical ads. So I expect as the years progress that your Harris Teeter will actually become more of a Kroger and less of a Harris Teeter. And we're already kind of seeing that just on the like super doubles and triples events. Most of the rumors that are out there are that super doubles and triples are now going to be quarterly, if that. So we'll just have to see what happens. But remember, Kroger stores don't double. They don't price match, except if you live in Nashville. Nashville's the little super bubble of doubling. But in most places, they make all of their subsidiary stores identical to the ones that they own. Michelle, I'm not quite sure where you live. The fact that you have a Harris Teeter and a Kroger kind of pushes me to think that you might be in the Nashville, Tennessee area. But definitely stick and chat where you live so that I can get a feel for that. If you live where Kroger doubles, which is just Nashville, Tennessee, Kroger and Harris Teeter to me would be pretty similar in terms of picking where to shop at. If you do not live in an area where Kroger doubles, though, the 20-minute drive is probably worth it to shop at a Harris Teeter. Harris Teeter has tons of buy one, get ones every single week. Kroger has like 5. And then Harris Teeter doubles coupons, 99 cents or less every day of the week to a limit of 20. That does not mean that you can't come in the door with 40 coupons. It just means that 20 of them will double and the other 20 will not. Okay, so you live in Virginia, Michelle. I would go to Harris Teeter between the two of them then. Kroger does have good mega events and can be worth it for a few items on those mega events, but not a lot of items. It's just gonna be like, you'll see maybe 10 or 15 things. You're like, oh, wow, that's a really great price. But they're not 10 or 15 things that are going to feed you. It's like this week you can get super cheap scrubbing bubbles and Garnier hair care and Kraft cheese. I can't make a meal out of that. They're really good deals, but they don't feed my family. The Kraft cheese is nice, but not the hair care for eating. So then I'm gonna end up being in Harris Teeter for the rest of them, using the doubles, using the massive amount of buy one, get one deals to make them the better store over Kroger. And 20 minutes isn't bad. Honestly, Michelle, and I've shared this in the past, we live way out in the boonies. So for me, even to get to any grocery store is about 25 minutes. And we only go once a week. I'm not asking you to go every single day, but it is worth the drive to travel, definitely. Okay, so we've kind of hit the warehouse versus grocery store side for a minute. But to kind of drive home the drugstore point, and I think I've done a good job over the last few weeks, especially at Brady's, off trying CVS. For folks that have been around on past Q&A sessions, I kind of shout from the rooftops the fact that we all need to be in a drugstore, but you really do. And if you aren't venturing in, I would encourage you to start small, just kind of the same encouragement that I've given in past weeks. This week, where I would start is the free Crest toothpaste. It's very easy and it has a limit of 2. So you're gonna go in, let's pretend, I should have pulled it out. I'm actually looking at it, but I'd have to get up and go to the other side of the room to get it. So we're gonna pretend that these are Crest toothpaste. You're gonna go in, first off, pull your coupons from this past weekend. So you just got them. Hopefully you got 2 inserts. That's what I would push you to get as a minimum, at least 2 sets of inserts every single week. Pull your coupons because you got a $1 off Crest Pro Health coupon in Sunday's paper. Cut both of those. Go to CVS. So if you're brand new, this is like your homework for tonight's call. Go to CVS this week. Put 2 Crest Pro Health or 3D White toothpaste in your cart. Go up to the counter. Put 1 toothpaste on the counter. Use your $1 off coupon. The total due will be $1.99. So they're on sale for $2.99. Total due is going to be $1.99 after your $1 off coupon. You're going to get back a $2 extra care box. That very first one you had to pay $2 for basically, but I got it all back. Then immediately put the second tube of toothpaste on the counter, use the second $1 off coupon that you cut from the Sunday paper. Total due is $1.99. Give them the $2 extra care buck you just got. Total due, nothing. You will owe the tax, and that is it on that tube of toothpaste. And then on your receipt, a new extra care buck for $2 is gonna print. And the limit this week is 2, and that's the limit for the whole week. So don't start buying like 3 and 4 and 5, just 2. But in that moment, you just got your first free tube of toothpaste. You paid the 10 cents tax, and you walked out the door with another extra care buck for $2 that you can use on your next purchase. So you don't have to buy a ton. You don't have to go crazy your first weekend. I actually wouldn't recommend it. It's going to go very badly for you. But that's a fun deal because the limit is 2. I can sit there and just repeat that one deal twice. I don't have to put any thought into it. Grab the 2 coupons from the Sunday paper, and you're good to go. If you don't have the 2 coupons from the Sunday paper, there is a printable that is on the SouthernSaversCoupons.com page for $1.50 off 2. And if that's the case, if you use that coupon, you'll pay 25 cents a piece for both tubes, but you would need to buy them at the same time, just so you kind of had a feel for what that was going to look like. So you can get started right now with just toothpaste, and then slowly build up to other things. But from the drugstores, compared to what I would get in a warehouse, this is where all of our cleaning supplies, paper goods, personal care items, and baby care, all of that is coming from a drugstore. Very rarely from anywhere else. Now, the Target coupon last week did push us to get paper towels and whatnot from Target. That's a rare moment. Normally, those items always coming from a drugstore. So Brady mentioned something that I've mentioned in the past, but I don't mention a ton. So let's talk about one fun perk of CVS, and that is Saturday evenings. And Walgreens actually will have overlap as well. So this isn't just a CVS thing. And Brady's saying at his store, 4 p.m. on Saturday evening, there's overlap. So whatever is running in this week's ad continues to run until they close the doors on Saturday night. But in the afternoon, and stores are different, you're safe to always go after 6 p.m., but your store may start early. So Brady's store starts at 4. My stores start at 6. So you can always ask them, when do you turn on the new ad? As long as your CVS closes at night, it is not a 24-hour CVS, there will always be overlap. If your store does not close, they are a 24-hour store, there is no overlap. So be careful of that. But if I go in, my store turns on tomorrow's ad at 6 p.m. Today's ad is still running, then I can actually shop 2 ads at the same time from 6 p.m. until close, or Brady can do it from 4 p.m. until close, both ads. So I don't have to go to CVS, but every other week. And that kind of goes back to, I guess it was Sarah Grace's question, where CVS is 30 minutes away. Maybe Sarah Grace, you have date night every other Saturday night, wherever the CVS is. And so we're hitting both ads at the same exact time. I'm getting all of this, or sorry, let's start over. I walk in the door, it's Saturday night. Odds are I'm getting Rainchecks for most of this week's deals. Remember, CVS Rainchecks never expire, and they will print the extra care bucks that should have printed today whenever you use them. But it's the last day of the ads. They're going to be out of some things. You're going to get Rainchecks for some things. You're going to get all of the deals that are starting next week. But now I don't have to come back for 2 more weeks. When I come back, I'll get all the Rainchecks for that second week that's now finishing and get the new deals for the week that's coming. And occasionally, the fun part is that there's overlap. So like up comes my lipstick again. If I go in and next week it's buy 2 Revlons and get a $5 extra care buck, and this week Revlon is on sale, $2 off or $3 off, I'm actually going to get both of those. I'm going to get the extra care buck deal, but I'm also going to get the sale price on the Revlon. So shopping on Saturday nights can actually have its perks. It can also throw quirks into your scenario. So you got to be ready for those, for some things that aren't going to ring up exactly like you thought they would, because you're going to get in a sense, both of the deals. You're not going to get 2 extra care bucks. So if it's printing one this week and it's printing one next week, it doesn't work that way. It's more just the sale price of one week can end up carrying over to the extra care bucks of another week, which is a fun way to play it. But just so you're ready for that perk. So again, only in a store that closes at night. If I shop in a 24-hour store, there is no overlap. Walgreens also has overlap, usually only on their register reward deals, but you do want to go in if you're a regular Walgreens shopper and shop some of that overlap as well. Okay, I think I'm keeping up with you guys on questions. So feel free to share any others that you have, and I will jump on them. Let's see, Brady does ask in that question that I just shared, is there anything this Saturday that I should try to grab from this week's ad? The only other thing that I would possibly get from this week that you didn't get in your list of things, Brady, is the $1 Sundown Gummies. That there's a $2 off printable. They're on sale for $7. You use the $2 off coupon, that makes them cost $5, and then they're printing a $4 extra care bucks. You're getting vitamins for $1, which isn't bad at all. And then some folks actually have some CVS vitamin coupons that are good for any brand. So if you do, it could turn it into being a freebie or a money maker for you. But it sounds like you got all the other top deals. Well, no, I take that back. The Shout, Windex, and Scrubbing Bubble deal is free, Brady, if you use Checkout 51. So Checkout 51 is one of those apps on your phone, or you can use their site. But I'm going to buy the products in the store. After coupons in the store, you're going to pay around $1 for each bottle of Windex, Scrubbing Bubbles, or Shout. And then there's a $1 off offer for each of those products on Checkout 51. So you're going to pay $3 in the store, but you're going to get $3 back in your Checkout 51 immediately. So those are the 2 things that you didn't list that I would grab that are part of this week's sale items in CVS. And that's fun. And if you're not using those apps, I would push you to start. There's no reason not to. They're just icing on the cake. You can use all the coupons you would normally use in the store, and then you just take a picture of your receipt and upload it to their site or their app. So Checkout 51 is my favorite, but other apps would be like Ibotta, Saving Star, Berry Cart, if you like organic products, and Snap by Groupon are kind of the 4 big ones that I would use on a regular basis. And I'll stick all those in chat in case anybody was wondering. Hard to type and talk though. You can actually use all 4 of those at the same time. So this doesn't happen often, but let's say that I had a Scrubbing Bubbles deal on every single one of those platforms. I could buy 1 bottle and upload the same receipt to all 4 companies. They don't know or care. So do it. It's a much better deal. Does Walgreens give a Raincheck? And they will give you a Raincheck, Sarah Grace, but it's not going to give you the reward that should have printed or added to your card this week. So the Raincheck in Walgreens is only giving you the sale price. That's not necessarily why you were there. I was there for the bonus, the incentive of the deal after their reward money, and you're not going to get that. It's not really worth it in the end. If I get a Raincheck at Kroger for pads and they don't write quantity when I go back, can I get a larger pack? It depends really on the cashier. So if they just wrote, always pads for $2.99, but they didn't write that it needed to be the 14 count, you could try it. It's just going to depend on the cashier in the end as to whether or not they catch it. I've actually had Kroger cashiers come back and say, well, this Raincheck isn't filled out completely, and there's no way that this was the sale price for this size package. They get kind of smart with you. But it doesn't hurt to try, I guess, if they didn't fill it out fully. The problem with Kroger Rainchecks, though, and if you got one that's like that, that's awesome. But a lot of times for me, Kroger and Rainchecks, if it's like an unadvertised deal, they aren't going to touch it. If it's not in the weekly ad, you are never getting a rain check for it. And then don't forget that most Kroger rain checks expire in 14 days. So you've got to be back really fast to grab a deal, where most every other store gives you at least 30. CVS, they never expire. Harris Teeter, they never expire. But Kroger gives you the least amount of time possible to get back in and use your rain check. Where do I store all of my dry and canned goods? We have a small home and we're challenged with a teeny pantry. And Kelly, I will say that I have a very nice pantry, and it's like the one thing I love about our current house. But in the past, we've not always had that space. When we first started couponing, we had no pantry. We were renting a little tiny apartment downtown when we first moved to Columbia, South Carolina. And so I had a cupboard, one cabinet that could hold all of our grocery items, which wasn't enough for, at that point, we were a family of 4. So we put things in other places. We had canned goods under the bed. We had canned goods under our shoes in our closet. Doesn't matter if they get dirty. You're not going to eat the outside of the can. So try some of those bins, like rolling bins under your bed, to put anything that's not going to perish in those bins, and then leave yourself a little note. It seems silly, but you're going to want this. So inside your little cupboard, that you do have a little tiny note that says, don't forget canned beans, tomatoes, and pickles under bed, wherever it might be. If you've got a garage, there's a lot that can go in your garage that's going to be perfectly fine out there. So cereal, you can take it. I would recommend putting it in another bag. So I'm not going to, I don't want to just stick the boxes out there so that bugs get in them, but like give them another bag, another line of defense from bugs. But cereal, canned goods as well, paper goods, all of that can go in the garage. There's a lot that can move from your refrigerator to your freezer. So if you're tiny in that space too, I can freeze butter, freeze eggs, freeze milk. A lot of things can be moving out of the fridge space and into freezer space if you've got that extra room. Why does the CVS coupon machine print coupons for products they don't even sell? The only thing I get frustrated at CVS about. So Marcella, it is kind of weird for them to print products they don't sell in that store, but do remember that it's loaded nationally and that some stores are definitely stocked more on a regional basis. Where I shop is a CVS that is a very ethnic CVS. So if I want to go in and even find like Pantene hair care, they don't sell it. And that just may be where you are. I don't necessarily know where you're shopping or the exact store, but some of them do shop based on the clientele that come in the store. They're not going to carry something that they could never sell or rarely sell. But it doesn't mean that all CVSs don't. If you have another option, what I would recommend is go to the one you normally go to, get most of the items there, but don't forget that your CVS store coupons coming from that coupon machine, first off, they're normally good for 2 weeks, so I can hold on to them, but they can also be used at another store. They have to be used with my card, but it's anywhere that I am. So if I went to this CVS and I did all of my normal shopping, but I wanted to use a store coupon for something that store didn't sell, I could find another CVS, 10 minutes down the road and head there. They may actually have it. So some things are definitely more clientele stocked. It's not necessarily that all the CVSs in your town don't sell them. It just might be where that particular one is located. And you can ask them if they would start to sell things. So if you're, die hard, I'm not switching CVSs, then say, hey, this is going to be my store, and I would love for you to stock 1 bottle of Pantene so that I can purchase it when it is on sale and you actually have it on the shelf. Does Daycon ship to Virginia? Yes, they have drop sites, and they don't even really ship. It's a truck that will drive there. They have drop sites all over the Southeast. So just to look at Virginia, have their site up really quick. We've got Lynchburg, Charlottesville, Staunton. Just in a quick search, there are lots of locations just by putting in Charlottesville to see what was available, they're definitely in your area. So just put in your zip code, head to zayconfoods.com and put in your zip code, and it's going to show you all the drop sites. And most of them are in church parking lots. So be kind of ready for that. You can, jump around to various locations even that might be in the same city, but they're mostly all at churches. You just drive up, tell them your name, and drive away with your meat. So it doesn't matter that you don't go there, but that's where the drop site is. So when you get a really high value membership to Sam's, you're entitled to instant savings, which are like coupons. And these savings alone can pay for that membership. Do you still feel that Sam's is not worth it? And if so, why? So Linda, I will say this. I have a Sam's Business Club business membership, which is that top $100 membership. We got it from a Groupon deal that maybe costs $5 after all of the free products that you got back and a gift card that you got back. It's like, you know what, it's $5. It's a tax write-off. I do technically own a business. So we grabbed it. The problem with the instant savings coupons, like right now, Sam's is running an instant savings on Bounty paper towels. It still doesn't come down to CVS price at all. It's just not, it's not the same deal. If anything, I feel like with their instant savings, we see them tend to run prices up a little higher. But right now you can get 12 Warehouse Club rolls of Select Size towels for $19.98. And that's where the math came from on the Target deal last week to compare that. So the Warehouse Club, to be able to compare that, I have to go down to the per sheet basis compared to the rolls that we grabbed in Target on sale. But it really did. If I took it out to a per sheet per roll and then made the rolls equal each other, the Warehouse rolls still come out to be $1.17 a piece. The Target rolls, 67 cents. When we look at identical size rolls by doing the math out to be able to do that, Target still wins. And that's with the $8 instant savings to buy the Bounty. And the $8 is actually when you buy the Bounty and Charmin together. So it's not necessarily off of that one package, it's off of two products. But I gotta be able to compare all of it, and I have to make sure I'm comparing kind of apples to apples. Now, you're saying they sell a lot of things that you don't find in regular grocery stores. If that's the case for you, then maybe those items are worth the membership. For me, there's nothing that Sam sells that I need that no one else carries. I can't think of a single thing that would make me say, we have to have the Sam Club membership because no one else sells X. You may have decided that you like a product or a brand that they sell that's a house brand that no one else carries, but there's probably a similar product in the grocery store. They just don't have unique products food-wise that no one else is grabbing, no one else is selling. That would be my take on them. So still just making sure that you're comparing apples to apples. But when you go through and really feel like the savings is the best, even on the instant savings, because it's not always there. You just feel like it is. So Brady says, now I see that I have the CVS baby coupon for $5 off a $25 purchase, but I've already done all my shopping. Will we by chance have a baby club deal next week? Or a diaper deal next week. I'm pulling it really quick to tell you. But I don't think that the odds of that are going to be super, super good for you because we've already seen Huggies last week and Pampers this week. If we do, it's not going to be as great of a deal, even if you do have a store coupon. Let me see what I can find really fast. So far, I'm not seeing much though. Let me go on. I'll keep looking through that ad and come back before your coupon expires. So $3.22, oh, that gets you to Sunday. Okay, So be pushing it. I hope you, well, I guess if you shop on Saturday night, you'd still be still be able to get it. Dee Dee asks, do I ever post my shopping for the week? I see your posts for all the deals in many stores, but do you ever post what you buy at each store for the week? So Dee Dee, I do two different things. One, I'll usually post a video every single week of one of the stores. So tomorrow morning, I'm gonna film, and then it'll probably be up on the site on Wednesday, of everything we grabbed in CVS this week and the scenarios that we did to purchase that. And then on Fridays, I have our Friday finals. Now, something felt the need to, so Friday finals comes, let me see if I can make that stop. Okay. Every Friday, share Friday finals. I don't necessarily go through and share exactly what we purchased, because whatever we purchased, I just took straight from the Publix list or the buy low list that week on the site. So to detail it all out when I've really already made the list is kind of sort of silly. So I'll link you back to the list. I can always share my shopping list. Any of us can actually always share our shopping list. And if that would help, I can do that versus me sharing individual items. Let's see. So Brady, I'm gonna share an ad preview with you. You can head there if you want. You'll see one page of the CVS ad preview. Those are the only diaper deals next week at CVS. They're not amazing, but you could maybe grab some Huggies on sale with the CVS pack of diapers and somehow come out with a good deal. It's just not going to be as great as this deal would have been. Sarah Grace says, would I ever consider doing other store pictures and videos besides CVS and Publix? Yes, I can. In my neck of the woods, we have Publix, Bi-Lo, Kroger, CVS, Walgreens, and Rite Aid. I have done a 4-week series of videos of shopping at Rite Aid every single week for 4 weeks and sharing, like, this is what we got on week 1, this is what we got on week 2, that kind of thing. And I've pondered doing one for Walgreens. Sarah Grace, I hate Walgreens. So deciding to just jump into that isn't high on my list. I can't bring myself to do it. But I will try just for you. So that would be the one that I could probably do. I don't tend to make videos on Bi-Lo because not everybody has a Bi-Lo, where a lot more folks that are on Southern Savers do have a CVS or a Publix. So it's like, if we're gonna take the time to edit videos and put them all together, I would prefer them to be for stores that most people have. But we can try hard to make Walgreens happen. I will tell you, it's not gonna happen until probably after this baby comes. We're having baby in like 7 weeks. So to jump into shopping Walgreens every week for 4 weeks and then having a baby in the middle of that wouldn't be so great. And the problem with Walgreens is that you can't really take a break. Those register rewards expire in 14 days. So you gotta be on the ball and you gotta be in Walgreens on a very regular basis. That's part of the reason why I haven't jumped in and made those regular trips more often. But we will try. Let's see. We only have a Walmart, Food City. We also have 3 small independent stores. Kroger closed here, and the closest Kroger is now 45 minutes away. We do have a CVS, and we do well shopping there. So Food City, I don't know that their prices are really worth it. In the end, for me, what I might do, and it's hard to say this, but I might be a Walmart shopper and just price match all of the local stores. So the 3 small independent stores are gonna have really good meat and produce deals because that's what small grocery stores usually have. The smaller the grocery stores, the better the sales on meat and produce because they don't have all the other things to go on. They don't have the big deals with the huge package companies. They've got meat and produce. So heading to Walmart, remember that they'll price match any grocery store within a 50-mile radius, and then doing that work yourself. You can put it all on one shopping list even. So head in there and say, you know what, Kroger has pineapples for $1.99. Food City has lettuce for 29 cents a head. and just going on down the list, you can do it right there at the register. I would probably go that route. I would not go savings catcher route, because remember, savings catcher took out produce about 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe even a month. So don't rely on savings catcher to catch any of your produce deals. You're going to have to price match those at the register. But this way, rather than driving 45 minutes to a Kroger, you can just get most of their deals in Walmart. I cannot get their mega event deals in Walmart though, so that one's going to be frustrating. You're going to be ready to go in and get this really great deal on cheese, but they won't price match the instant savings that is coming after you purchase 5 or 10 or whatever the mega event calls you to purchase. So you're going to get the sale price, but not that instant savings price on top of it. Okay, well, we've hit our hour. In terms of Q&A sessions, we are going to have one every single week until all the way through April 6th. So you can join me the same time, same place every Monday night, 8:30 to 9:30 Eastern time until April 6th. And then we're going to take a couple weeks off. We'll be back for a couple weeks and then take a couple weeks off when we have a baby. But just so you know the plan. And I'm always open to talking about whatever you want to talk about in that beginning part while I'm waiting for questions. So if you want to shoot me an email and say, hey, Jenny, I'd love a session on this, then let me know, because I'm always cool with going wherever you guys want to go and talking about whatever your questions are. So just help me out a tad, because I run out of ideas as to what to name these things every single week. But if you have any other questions, feel free to stick them in chat for the next 3 or 4 minutes as well. The chat stays open even after the video ends for about 5 more minutes, so you can keep chatting away as well, or just hold them until next week. I hope you guys have a great week, and we'll see you next week.